Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're with me, Mike Spider Slayer. And guys, you are here for the 100th comic book haul. That's right, guys. And before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching these haul videos. I've been doing them for over 2 years now, and we're finally at number 100. Now, you're probably wondering, Mike, why is this one a little bit early? Well, it's early because I got a lot of things coming up this week, so I might not actually be able to do the actual haul where I have all the physical books. So I'm going to show you what I am getting this week, plus stuff that I bought for this 100th comic book haul. So I apologize for not showing the physical copies of the current week's books, but again, my schedule permits me of doing it because I got a lot of things going on with work and personal things as well. So with that being said, let's get started with the 100th epic comic book haul. So here we go, everybody. First off, we can pretend that there's a bag, but there's no bag because we're going to go into the Nook. And inside the Nook, we're going to find this week's comics that Mike Spider Slayer is going to get. And this week starts off with the all-new Marvel Now X Factor issue number 1. That's right, fans. I'm totally looking forward to this. I did not read the last series. However, this gives me a perfect jumping on point to check this out. It's got some cool characters in here that I'm looking forward to seeing on here, and giving this one a solid try. So that is X Factor issue number 1. Now the next book that we have here I'm going to show you is a tie-in. A tie-in to the new Gothtopia series, and that is Batwing issue number 27. Cool cover here. Don't know what to think about Gothtopia at this time because, of course, I haven't read it yet, but I will be checking out that series, that Batman event, and seeing what that's all about. So that is Batwing issue number 27. Next title that I will be getting this week is another all-new Marvel Now title, and that is Black Widow issue number 1. Now, I'm totally excited for this series. I'm always a huge Black Widow fan, but her series always tends to get canceled. And, hopefully this one will stick around. I love the cover here. You get to see, like, Moscow and all that stuff. And I love her little symbol, her little icon in her eyeball. So I think that was pretty cool as well. So that's the next title that I'm getting. Next from Marvel, we're going to be getting Cataclysm, and that is Cataclysm Ultimate's Last Stand, and that is issue number 3 of 5. That's right. When it comes to the Ultimates, this is my second least favorite in the Cataclysm series that is going on in the Ultimate Universe. The worst one, I think, is the X-Men. This is the second worst. The one where it's at is Ultimate Spider-Man and the main series. So speaking of that, the next book I'll be getting is Cataclysm Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. This is issue number 3 of 3. So this is the last one of this. Unfortunately, this could be the last Ultimate Comics Spider-Man book that Marvel makes. It's a shame because this is a solid series and I wish it didn't go away. But this is a great cover. Got to enjoy what's left, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Mr. Miles Morales. So next on the list is Detective Comics issue number 27. Be prepared, fans, to pay $8 for this book, but this does introduce the Gothtopia series that is coming out this particular week, and then of course all the other Bat books are tied into it. Looks pretty weird, but again, I'm going to give it a try. So next we have from DC Comics, and I'm totally looking forward to this. The book has totally turned around for me, and that is Earth 2 issue number 19. Gotta love the cover here with Dark Superman. Really love the last 2 issues that was provided by us. Really great stuff. Can't wait to read that one as well. Next is a Forever Evil tie-in, and that is Arkham War I think this is part 4 of 6. This has to do with Bane trying to get the talents from an unfrozen state so he can actually control them. Very good series. This one and Argus seem to be the two that are best Forever Evil tie-ins for me. So next on the list, we now have a great introduction to this story arc. This is the Outsiders War. The first issue was done very well. I thought personally it was a good introduction to a good story that's coming up here. Can't wait to read this second issue. Really cool covers that they provide for us. Really getting more closer to the TV show, or fans that can relate to the TV show at least now can read this comic. So really great. Can't wait to read A Green Arrow. Next on the list is we're going to be getting the book that I feel seems to be on a very downward spiral, and that is, just give me 1 second to get it up here, and it's being retarded, so apologize. Again, the book that is going on a downward spiral for Mike Spider Slayer is Green Lantern, issue number 27. Ever since Lights Out, this book has been kind of a disappointment. I know this, I think, is leading into the next major story arc that's going on. Has to do with these scroll-like people that, I guess mimic people or other humans or whatnot. So who knows what that's about, but we'll see where it goes. Next is another title that I am really enjoying, and it seems to be taking shape and form really good, and that is Manifest Destiny, issue number 3. A little bit more is being uncovered as you read this series. You get to see like these crazy looking creatures, plant life creatures, and this is the Lois and Clark era, and this is time where in the 1800s where there's things that are uncharted territories, and I thought this is a surprise comic that Image is putting out for us, and I like the cover here. Still lots of mystery in this series, so I can't wait to read that too. So next we have an all new Marvel Now title, and that is Revolutionary War. I'm going to give this one a try, see what this one's all about here. It looks like it's got Death's Head on there, and it's got these, it's like a British Marvel comic or whatnot. So really, really intrigued by this. I can't wait to actually read it. Hopefully this is pretty good. And then let's see, next, excuse me, we have Swamp Thing, issue number 27. That will be the next book that I read in this series. Alec Holland is dead. He's no longer the avatar of the Green. We have the Seer that has taken control, and we got to learn the origin story of the Cedar, who he was, what he represented, and I thought that was really interesting going forward with the story. And last, I think, but not least, for the current week's comics, is the continuation to Civil War, to The Walking Dead, and that is The Walking Dead issue number 119. That's right, everybody. This is the continuation of All Out War. Really great book. I can't say anything enough excuse me about it. Negan's being taken over by all these zombies. He can't do anything right now. In the last issue, you got to learn that the tiger got killed, and it was all about King Ezekiel, and he feels that he's a loser now, and Michonne was sitting there by his side trying to help him out. But really great stuff there. So there's all your current books for this week. Now we're getting on to the stuff that I bought especially for Comic Book Haul number 100. So here we go, everybody. This stuff. All right, so this is old comics here. It's coming. Hold on 1 second. All right. Here it goes. The stuff that I bought for 100 that I got from the comic book shop that I thought was something that I wanted in my collection. May not be worth any money. However, I love the cover to this, and this is X-23 issue number 1. I always love the cover here. I love Laura. I love the facial expression. Never had this first issue. Never even read it. But I got it for $1, and I thought it was a great deal, and I just couldn't put it down. So it's in great shape. Nothing wrong with it. So that was X-23 issue number 1. So next I got a classic title, a little bit older. This is issue number 5 of Spider-Woman. Not much value here. It's only worth about $4. It's in pretty good shape. You know, from time to time when I see these older comics, I can get them for a good price. I pick one up. I have a couple other issues of Spider-Woman. I love all these older issues, and I thought it was interesting. So, you know, I like how she's in the web and the guy's like freaking out, and you know, and she's like, "Oh, but your darkest nightmares." This is pretty cool. So, the Spider-Woman issue number 5. So next we got a book from the 60s, and maybe not in the best of shape. It's in like poor shape, but you know, I thought the opportunity to get this because I love having these old books when you can grab them. And this is the Fantastic Four issue number 81. Now, I have a few of these older issues. This is one of the oldest. I think the oldest I have is in the 60s of Fantastic Four, but these come in my comic book shop from time to time, and when I see one and I see it for a decent price, like you see what I paid for it here, I'm going to pick it up. So that was the original Fantastic Four issue number 81. Next, I got a good book here. This I picked up. They didn't have it. All of a sudden, it showed up behind the counter, and this was Wolverine issue number 10. Now, if you guys don't know what the significance of this issue was, is that this was the first battle between Wolverine and Sabretooth, and this took place in Wolverine issue number 10. You can see the price I paid for this one. It's in mint condition. It's nothing wrong with it. The pages are white. It's perfect. It's a perfect copy. I decided to go and spend the money for this. This is a good issue to have in your collection, I felt, and wanted to show it off to you guys. So this is Wolverine issue number 10. So next in the list, what comic book haul would not be complete without a Spider-Man book? And in the haul here, I got giant-sized Spider-Man and Doc Savage, issue number 3. Again, you can see the price I paid for this book. It's in really good shape. It's not mint shape, but it is in great shape. This book took place in I think this one was 1976. Because I remember telling my son that this book is 1 year younger than I am. So really interested to I'm really happy to get this. When I get time, I would love to read it, but I'm happy to get any book from that time period for the Amazing Spider-Man when it comes to giant size or amazing in the 100s or even 200s or under 100, and I got this for a good price, so I'm totally excited about this one. So this is giant size Spider-Man and Doc Savage issue number 3. So next on the epic 100th comic book haul is another book I picked up, and of course it's another Spider-Man book, and that is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 2. That's right, guys. Really great find right here. I was happy to find issue 2. They did not have issue number 1, which I wanted so bad. Again, you can see the price that I paid for here, but it's got your classic characters on there. It's got obviously your classic Peter Parker Spider-Man, Kraven the Hunter. It's got the Tarantula on there. And I was excited to find this because this is in really good shape. Not in mint, but it is in good shape. And this is a classic Spider-Man series that we can all enjoy on our spare time. So that's Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 2. So next on this haul, we have another Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man book, and that is issue number 64. That's right, everybody. This book has the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. That's right, guys. Cloak and Dagger seems to be kind of popular these days, showing up on Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. You know, movie being promoted here, possibly coming out. I'm not sure, but this was the first appearance of these characters, and I felt that this was a perfect opportunity to get this book. Again, you can see the price I paid for this one. It's in really good shape. The pages are white. Not much creases or bends in here, so it's, again, a nice book to add to the collection. What's next on this haul? Well, here we go. Issue number 69 of Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man. This is the continuation, or the next part, the next appearance of Cloak and Dagger. You can see it says it right there, the return of Cloak and Dagger. Really classic cover here. I love how they put these writings that are involved in the cover or whatnot. Love how Spider-Man's on here, on his actual, you know, logo or whatnot. I really like that old stuff. So again, another great find here in the Peter Parker Spectacular series. Next, we have issue number 70 of the same series. Now, this finishes off this two-part story arc of Cloak and Dagger. And another real reason why I wanted this issue was because of the cover alone. I thought the cover alone here was fantastic. Here we have Spider-Man, mask being torn apart, the actual spider coming down its web, Silvermane here holding Cloak and Dagger. Really great stuff here. I could not pass it up. This one was really inexpensive too, so I couldn't pass this book up, and I wanted to show this to you guys. So that is Spectacular Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man issue number 70. So next one I got is another trade. I heard this trade was pretty good. Really different, not always my type of style when it comes to artwork. Very dark, but it is one of the top trades to read from, based off of a lot of polls. And that is Batman Arkham Asylum. Really great stuff here. Dave McKean, I guess, and Grant Morrison are the ones behind this masterpiece. Again, the artwork is completely dark. Really interesting here. Can't wait to read it when I, of course, get all this, you know, spare time that I have. But I decided to get it. So that was Batman Arkham Asylum. And last but not least, on this 100th comic book haul, the very last thing that I have to show of you today, and that is, let me just tell you, I spent $30 for this, and the retail price goes for $125. So again, I got this for a very good price, and what I got right here was the Omnibus Volume 1 of X-Men. That's right, guys. Look at this bad boy. Fantastic. Chris Claremont, Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri. These are the ones right here, guys. Right here. Can't beat this. So excited for it. Got great stuff, great artwork, great X-Men stuff. So as I was saying before I got cut off, great artwork, great stories, things that you just can't beat in here. This is stuff that takes place in, you know, I guess in the 80s, and I think it takes place, collects Uncanny X-Men from issues 244 to 269, X-Men Annual from 1970, number 13, Classic X-Men issue number 9. All the books that covers here comes back. So, again, $80 for this, and I was like, this is awesome because I don't have to break out all my X-Men comics in case I ever want to read them, you know, and then this continues all the stories and whatnot, so I could not pass up the price for this omnibus. So guys, there you have it. There is the 100th comic book haul. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it met your expectations. Again, sorry about not being able to show physical copies for the books that I'm getting this week, but I had to share this 100th comic book haul on time with you all. And again, I want to thank everybody all the people who've supported my channel over the years, from Comic Book Corner to Comic Book Corner 2.0. This is a big milestone. This is a fun series to do, and I appreciate you guys watching. There's something here that you guys like, me, doing these haul videos, and I truly appreciate you guys watching each and every week. So, guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0, and this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. And I'll see you guys on the next comic book review. Enjoy those comics, everyone. Take care. Bye.